So, hi everyone, how are you? It's Isaa here, and as I promised the last time, that when I did the version that had to do with love, so it says the month of February. One of the comments I got back from a lot of my viewers was, "Wow, you just skimmed the surface of love, and you didn't really talk too much about in depth what we think it is." And I really do appreciate a lot of you guys, because you gave me different topics, you gave me different views and options around love. So I thought actually I could make love into a series, especially for February, and that's what I've done. So with me today is Osgo. Say hi, Osgo.
Hi.
Right, it's Osgo. Most of you will recognize her. So she's the lady that was in my very first interview that I put on YouTube, and we were talking about her hobby, which I'm hoping she'll turn into a mega business, which is planning. So we talked about planning, and she talked a bit about herself. So Osgo. So basically I leaned on a friend to help me in terms of talking about one of this topic. So today we're just going to cover a little bit of what she's actually, because I asked her as well, a little bit of what her views are on this aspect of how do you show love. So Osgo, in us talking about this topic, one of the things you said is actually what could be interesting is talking about love from a view of a long-term relationship. How do you make sure you don't take each other for granted? And therefore is all part of what we call love that maybe people don't pay close attention to.
It's difficult because you can't really say what would work for one marriage would work for another. But for me, it's very important to apologize, to say that word sorry when something happens. Even if, in my own marriage, even if I'm not wrong, just for that sake of peace, I always say I'm sorry.
Wow.
I do that a lot, and I don't just say it as a word, I'm sorry. I say it because I mean it, and because I want peace to reign. I find malice to be quite stressful.
Oh, wow.
And I can't handle it. I think maybe I've done that malice business a lot in school, but now I really can't handle it. So if something happens, I make sure that night, even if I go to bed angry and I'm, boning, I'm trying to bone, which is something I don't do, by morning, I act like a different person.
Wow.
It's very difficult because a lot of people say, no, it's not normal, but it works for me. Wow. And even my husband in the morning, he looks at me when I just wake up and I just act like he didn't say anything, he didn't do anything the night before, and he looks so strange. Is this girl normal?
Oh,
but I pretend as if, or even if he tries to continue like I'm still boning, at times I say to him that you're on your own. I'm not fighting over what happened yesterday. That's history in my own book, and let's move on. And it works for me, and Do
you know what? You've just shared a whole new different perspective on things, because I think, if I may say so, people have this very airy-fairy view of what they think love is all about, but you've just shown me now that it's actually not just about, it's just about what you feel at a point in time. The word you used is, even if I'm wrong, because I want things to move on, I will say sorry, and we can then talk about it, and once you've got that sorry out of the way, that's it, done for you. So that is very good.
And you learn from each other, because I do that with time. My husband, that if he normally likes to keep malice, he's also realized that saying sorry and moving on helps the marriage. So if he's wrong, he'll just tell me, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way," and we move on. And also another thing I find quite helpful, when you've apologized about something, just let it be.
Wow.
So 2 weeks later, something happens, don't go back to what happened 2 weeks ago, because you are opening another wound, or something that has healed and you've moved on. So I think
I have to clap for you here. Honestly,
it's difficult.
Yeah, the perspective you've given to it is so matured, and it's so real as well. So, folks, this is just one aspect. This is a topic which we've said love, but just listening to what Osgo has just said there about how you keep your long-term relationship going, and it's about not taking advantage of each other. It's about making sure you don't take things too personal. You don't take things too hard. You don't run. You don't let things run off course where you actually don't know what caused, for both of you to be out of kilter. So also, I really do appreciate you. It's fantastic, and I do appreciate you coming, putting yourself out there. I know we talked about it, and actually, really, this is one of the topics that because it's what you practice. So I'm hoping a lot of people take this on board. And it's not, if I may say so as well, it's not just about your spouse, it's not just about your partner, it's about your friends, it's about family. So it's about colleagues as well, just learn that interaction where you let go. So I term it as it's part of love. So thank you very much, Osgo. And I must say you're looking really beautiful.
Thank you.
That dress really suits you. So
thank you.
Thank you, dear. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. Mwah.